Alright, so I came across this video yesterday on Truth Happens channel on YouTube. It's basically Congress urging YouTube to censor conspiracy theorist videos. This hearing or whatever this is, all of this really pisses me off. It's kind of ridiculous, and it just shows you that YouTube is dead. There's no hope. It's only going to get worse and more censored. Freedom of speech is dying. It's just ridiculous. Listen to some of this.
Appreciate it. I represent Parkland, Florida, and in this discussion of social media, the first thing that comes to mind for me is the savage attacks on the student survivors of Stoneman Douglas. One of the most virulent strains of these attacks was that the students didn't survive a school shooting, that they were crisis actors, that they were planted by some mysterious cabal to finally get Congress to do something about gun violence. And in the weeks after the shooting, Alex Jones's YouTube channel posted a video that was seen by 2.3 million subscribers, alleging that these were merely that these were actors and not real students who had experienced the most horrific thing anyone could possibly imagine. The video
blah blah blah. You see how they use Alex Jones against us? You see how they built this guy up and they make him look crazy and insane, and then anyone else who thinks something's not real or it's staged or a hoax is immediately not just labeled a conspiracy theorist, but is tied into Alex Jones's behavior. It's just never ends.
Violated YouTube's rules against bullying, and it was removed. An article posted to Slate.com describes this as a strike against the channel. Ms. Downs, how many strikes does a channel get?
3. Idiot.
Typically a channel gets 3 strikes, and then we terminate the channel.
So the reason I ask is Alex Jones obviously is a well-known conspiracy theorist whose brand is bullying. He launched similar attacks against the families whose 6- and 7-year-old kids were slaughtered at Sandy Hook. And he's not the only one. Truthers have spread these lies, claiming that Sandy Hook never happened at all.
Truthers, huh? You're talking about truthers and conspiracy theorists. Why are you even bringing us up? I mean, we've been ridiculed for decades and made fun of and mocked. So why do you keep talking about us? What are you going to talk about next? The Earth being flat in this?
The Slate article references a study by Jonathan Albright, director of the Tao Center for Digital Journalism at Columbia, who found 9,000 videos on YouTube with titles that are, and I quote, a mixture of shocking, vile, and promotional themes that include rape game jokes, shock reality, social experiments, celebrity pedophilia, false flag rants, and terror-related conspiracy theories dating back to the Oklahoma City attacks in 1995. Ms. Downs, does Google think that this is a problem, and what is the solution that you're coming up with to address it?
Listen to this shit. Listen to this bitch's solution.
Thank you for the question. So as you noted, when Alex Jones posted the video you described saying that the survivors of the Parkland massacre were crisis actors, that violated our harassment policy. We have a specific policy that says if you say a well-documented violent attack didn't happen, and you use the name or image of survivors or victims of that attack, that is a malicious attack and it violates our policy. In terms of conspiracy theory content in general...
How can you do that? Like, it's just... I don't know.
Our goal is to promote authoritative content to our users. So we have 2 principles that guide the way here. That's the first one, is we want to provide users with authoritative, trustworthy information.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I only have a minute and a half, and I don't really need to hear what you're trying to provide. I want to know how you're dealing with all these conspiracy theorists on your platform.
Why are you worried about us? I don't get it. We're conspiracy theorists. We're tinfoil hat wearing retards. Why is Congress talking about what we think and say? I mean, unless, we're onto something.
So the first way is by demoting low-quality content and promoting more authoritative content, and the second is by providing more transparency for users. So we're introducing boxes that provide factual information at the top of results that have...
So when there's a conspiracy video, like such as Sandy Hook is a hoax, we'll bury that or remove it, and then we will push all of the news that we want people to see all the way up to the top. It's ridiculous.
Have shown themselves to turn up a lot of information that is counterfactual, such as searching for the Earth is flat on YouTube.
Really? So in this whole Congress hearing about conspiracy theorists, you're going to bring up flat Earth?
you see a lot of...
Your response is to put a box saying, nope, you're...
And look at her smiling while she mentions it. So, like, if someone makes a flat Earth video, we bury it, and we will put ridiculous videos at the top of the search, you know, denouncing flat Earth, or trying to disprove it.
Shown themselves to turn up a lot of information that is counterfactual, such as searching for the Earth is flat on YouTube, where you see a lot of...
Your response is to put a box saying, nope, the Earth is not flat.
Correct.
Okay, I have a question, Ms. Vickert, for you. You recently decided not to ban InfoWars. Can you explain that decision, and do you use a strikes model like YouTube?
Fucking ridiculous.
Congressman, we do use a strikes model. What that means is if a page...
Congressman, we do use the search model.
Or a profile or a group is posting content and some of that violates our policies, we always remove the violating posts at a certain point, and it depends on the nature of the content that is violating our policies. At a certain point, we would also remove the page or the profile or the group at issue.
So the question is, how many strikes does a conspiracy theorist who attacks grieving parents and student survivors of mass shootings get? How many strikes are they entitled to before they can no longer post those kinds of horrific...
Actually, it's not 3, it's 2. So you get 2, and then you can't post anymore. So it's actually 2, and you're going to end up, what, shortening it down to 1 strike for conspiracy theorists?
attacks?
I want to be very clear that allegations that survivors of a tragedy like Parkland are crisis actors, that violates our policy, and we remove that content.
Why? It's someone's opinion. You don't agree with someone else's opinion, so you remove it? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. See how they're forcing you what to think, what to accept. You can't question shit anymore.
And we would continue to remove any violations from the InfoWars page. If they posted sufficient content that it violated our threshold, the page would come down. That threshold varies depending on the severity of different types of violations.
Well, there you have it. YouTube is dead.